Today Newsbeat.
The University of New Orleans re-enters the LSU system.
Resources for students to stay safe on campus.
And how local businesses are being impacted by tariffs.
All that and more, Wednesday Newsbeat starts. Good evening and welcome to the first Wednesday Newsbeat of the semester. I'm Jaden Cotton.
And I'm Isaiah Kirkland. Welcome in. We open our broadcast tonight with news out of New Orleans.
The University of New Orleans, which has been a member of the Louisiana United States system since 2011, will leave the UL system to rejoin the LSU system. UNO President Kathy Johnson sent out a joint statement with Interim President LSU Matt Lee Tuesday saying the move, quote, gives UNO access to the broader resources in support of the LSU system while preserving the unique mission and spirit that define this university, end quote.
This announcement comes after the Louisiana Board of Regents suggested the move in May, saying the transfer would, quote, unlock the full potential of UNO and return the university to its pre-Katrina ability to serve its students, end quote. This is a developing story.
Staying in the Crescent City, President Donald Trump is milling a move to mobilize the National Guard to New Orleans to combat crime. This potential move was mentioned in President Trump's press conference after his Wednesday meeting with Polish President Karol Nawacki. This comes after Jeff Landry sent nearly 200 members of Louisiana's National Guard to the nation's capital to aid President Trump's crackdown on crime. New Orleans crime dropped 26% in 2024 with historically low murder rates. However, the city still has the third highest murder rates in the United States.
Do we go to a place like New Orleans where we have a great governor, Jeff Landry, who wants us to come in, maybe Louisiana, and you have New Orleans, which has a crime problem. We'll straighten that out in about 2 weeks. It'll take us 2 weeks, easier than D.C.
President Trump has also looked to target Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York as potential landing spots for his crackdown.
Reports of active shooters with assault weapons on college campuses are leaving students on edge.
Since August 21st, nearly a dozen universities received alerts about an active shooter. Although the threats were false, they've left many students and staff feeling anxious about their safety. At LSU, campus police are taking extra precautions in ensuring the safety of students in case of an emergency. Police are practicing protocols to prepare for emergency alerts on campus.
We're going to send officers immediately to that area, right? We're going to utilize, we have a great security camera system network here at LSU. We're going to utilize that to see what's going on in that building.
During these times, it's important for students to stay alert and take every warning seriously. Dial 911 for all emergencies or reach LSU Police at 225-578-3231 for on-campus safety information.
On August 29th, President Trump signed an executive order ending the previous de minimis policy. Reporter Abigail Anderson unpacks what this means for small businesses and LSU students alike.
This past weekend, President Trump signed an executive order overturning the de minimis rule of 1939. This order allowed goods under $800 to be shipped to the U.S. with minimal expectation. The mandate allowed the U.S. access to the global market so citizens could get items from online shops such as Shein and Temu, and small businesses could buy products from outside the U.S. Family-owned businesses around LSU such as Highland Coffee are not afraid of this new executive order, but see it as an opportunity to think on their feet.
Then this simply has to be absorbed by the business and then passed on in some way. It's disruptive. So we are certainly hoping that the United States and these other countries negotiate down the tariffs, bring them down, and hopefully get coffee back to the price it was.
While covering the cost of tariffs will raise prices for some small businesses, one LSU student has already discovered how beneficial importing from the U.S.
I'm really new, so I use a lot of in-country sources, especially out of country is more expensive, and with my college budget. So, yes, I usually do things from in the U.S. if I can.
Some critics argue that the order will benefit American consumers, but as multiple countries have started to halt packages to figure out a way to collect the tariffs, it is clear that the chaos will make game day shopping a bit difficult. This is Abigail Anderson for Tiger TV.
How long this mandate will be in effect, no one knows officially, but for now, all countries, including the U.S., will have to adjust to the new ruling.
Next at 5, statistics show that college students are at high risk for identity theft. We'll look at how students can keep themselves protected while surfing the web.
No, that's not on you, bro. That's on them. That's their bit, bro.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Get Gordon. And get it done. Look, everybody know Gordon in a 225. And he done link with Big Four. He got buku ties, Ferrari sliding, flying in a new coupe ride. And every time I ride by, I see a brand new sign. I'm with Gordon, I know that he gon' get it done. Whether it's a big truck crash or a hit and run. Recovery funds, he fighting to get a ton. Mike Epps, man, we all about the Benjamin. Handling injuries, man, are you kidding me? Gordon McKernan, that's champion energy. Yeah, family man with a family plan. Get Gordon, he gon' fix it like a handyman. Gordon. And get it done.
We return with
Raising
breaking
Cane's
news.
invites
Governor
you to
Jeff
grab-
Landry has announced the opening of an ICE detention center in Angola.
The governor was joined today by Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem and Attorney General Pam Bondi to make the announcement. The faculty has been nicknamed Camp 47. This is a developing story. And new studies show that sexually transmitted infection rates in Louisiana continue to skyrocket.
And college-age students are becoming the most at risk. According to research done by the CDC, Louisiana currently ranks first in the nation for chlamydia cases, second for gonorrhea, and seventh for syphilis. The highest number of infections said to be individuals between the ages of 15 to 24. Experts encourage young people who are sexually active to do their research. The LSU Student Health Center offers a long list of resources, including pamphlets that offer advice on safe sex, information on STIs, and even a sexual health clinic. LSU students were also able to get in some in-person help on health and safety resources this afternoon on Tower Drive. LSU put on a health and safety fair Wednesday, reminding students of resources available to them to keep students happy, healthy, and safe. The booths covered an array of topics from environmental to financial to sexual health. Firefighters from the Louisiana Fire and Emergency Training Facility were present, teaching students how to use a fire extinguisher. Students who waited in 8 or more booths were able to receive free pizza and Kona ice for utilizing the resources available.
Data breaches are a good reminder for adults to check in on things like passwords or their credit. But what about younger people? Consumer experts say identity theft among kids' data can go undetected for years. Karen Kafa is in Washington with the details.
Personal data isn't closely guarded.
There's no morality here that they're not going to do that to kids. Kids are just as much of a target, if not more so.
According to the Federal Trade Commission, about 2% of U.S. identity theft reports in 2025 so far have involved children under age 19. And just like adults, kids are at risk when data breaches compromise things like social security numbers or medical information. Eva Velasquez, CEO of the nonprofit Identity Theft Resource Center, says many cases of child ID theft go undetected for years because they're not making regular transactions like adults.
One of the reasons that children's identities are so appealing to the bad actors is because Kids don't engage in the world the same way adults do.
The FTC says if a child is under age 16, request a free credit freeze to make it harder for someone to open new accounts in their name. The major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, all have instructions. Velasquez says it can't be completed online, but the effort is worth the peace of mind.
It does take a little bit of legwork. You not only have to provide the documents in a different way, you also have to demonstrate that you have the legal authority to make decisions on behalf of this child.
Parents who believe their child's information has been compromised should check if their child has a credit report. Since it's uncommon under the age 18, that could be a red flag for fraud. In Washington, I'm Kate.
Identity theft tips and resources are available on the LSU ITS page on the LSU website.
Next at 5, despite the heat, fall is around the corner. And we take a look at a coffee shop that's welcoming in the season with open arms. Are you the only thing in season?
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfire.
It's the start of a new semester, and coffee is everyone's new best friend. Well, there's a new coffee shop near the north gates of campus that's bringing a unique vibe to getting caffeinated. If you're wondering why there's a metal Airstream trailer down West Chime Street with a constant line, Cherry Bomb Coffee Company is the answer. The coffee truck, or trailer in better words, opened at the end of May this past summer after previously having locations in Mandeville and Madisonville. What started out as catering gigs and pop-ups in Baton Rouge led to a permanent spot near campus after the love it received for its retro vibe and delicious drinks. Owner Noah McLean says Cherry Bomb exists to serve up excitement in every coffee they make, allowing them to stand out from the rest. Cherry Bomb is open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekend, serving everything from specialty coffees, teas, and despite the hot weather, their fall menu has already launched. So make sure to check it out if you need a quick pick-me-up. All right, guys, you tell me, what are y'all's favorite fall drinks?
You know, my recent fave is the pumpkin chai from Starbucks.
I have to say, I agree. And from matcha to makeup, there's another local business looking to bring that glam to LSU. Freshman Kira Leslie is bringing the glow to campus with her business, Kira Sierra Beauty. The Georgia native started her business only 2 months ago, but is already enjoying success. Like many other student-run businesses, Leslie is taking a leap of faith and hopes to make it big.
Definitely like promote your business and just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to talk to people because you don't never know like who you're gonna meet and whatever, and like networking is very important.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's News Beat. Until then, I'm Isaiah Kirkland.
And I'm Jaden Cotton. Have a good night.